Creating blocks with attributes. Here I drew a phone symbol. It's full scale, 6 inches by 5 inches, representing our phone. And now I'm going to put in a couple of attributes. I'm going to go up to Insert. I'm going to find an attribute. And I'm going to make this one visible. And I'm going to call this one Phone. And I'm going to say it's extension. And I'm going to say extension number. And I'm going to put XXXX here. And I'm going to specify it on the screen. And I'm going to say, you know what? I want that to be right here, right on the actual phone. And then I'm going to create another one. I'm going to define an attribute. And I'm going to call this one Phone. And what would we want to track about a phone? How about room? What room is it in? What room is this phone in? Okay. And I don't have anything. And I want that to be invisible. I just want to track this. I don't want to show it. And so, okay. And I'll say, and I'm going to put this okay. And I'm going to place this one right underneath the phone. And I'm going to do another one. And I'm going to define an attribute. I'm going to align it with the previous one. And I'm going to set it to be invisible as well. And we're going to go with a phone. And what else will we want to track about a phone? Who's the person that it's assigned to? And I'll say employee. And I'll say employee name, question mark. And I'll say first and last. And I'll say I want it to be invisible, and I'll say OK. And boom, I popped it right in there. Now we have to create the block. This is just lines and attributes. It does nothing yet. We need to create the block. So we'll come up here and we'll create block. And in our blocks then, we're going to give it a name. I'm going to call it phone. I'm going to select the objects. I like to select all my graphical objects first. I can pick those any way I want. Then we select the attributes in which we want the prompts to be asked, the order in which we want them. So I like to pick them individually. So I want the extension to be asked first, and then I want the room number, and then the employee to be asked. And I'll say OK. And then now I've selected it. I want to convert it to a block. And I also want to pick my base point. So I'm going to come over here and pick a base point. I'm going to do shift right click and go endpoint. I'm going to pick it right there at the endpoint. When I'm done, I'm going to say OK. And now it'll give you a preview of what the extension, the prompts are going to look like and what the default values. And I'll say OK. And now this is a block. So it's a block with attributes at this point. So we can use the block command or W block command in this method when we haven't actually created a block yet. So creating blocks with attributes, create the geometry first, then create the attributes, then use the block command, select our geometry first. Second, let's select the attributes in the order we want the prompts asked to the drafter.